Let's start off with the most important meal of the day, breakfast. You pour your coffee, you grab your toast, you spread your butter and your jelly, whichever you prefer. You go on for the kill, you begin to chew. Then boom, out of nowhere, that piece of toast begins to get crunchy with the hints of pain. You spit everything out. You examine the area. You are now missing a piece of your tooth. But before you blame it on that piece of toast, let's really think, was that tooth healthy to begin with? Most likely not, and your oral health care regimen may have been the issue. Let's be honest, we've all had at least one conversation about a toothache in our lifetime. Considering the effects on tooth decay, that's one conversation too many. In my 3 years of dentistry, there's not a day that goes by that at least one patient isn't diagnosed with a cavity. With helping educate and rid patients of this problem, I've been able to see the importance firsthand of a sound oral health care regimen. Considering tooth decay is the most prevalent yet preventable disease in the nation according to the CDC, there must be a loose link in the chain of oral health care that begins at home with you. In light of this, we first will go over the prevalence of tooth decay and whom it affects. Second, the contributors. Third, we will discuss some preventative measures to help break the cycle. Dentistry is one of those things that is usually out of sight, out of mind. Most people don't attend the dentist unless they have a problem, but that actually tells us that you've been neglecting your oral health care in some sort of way. It's important to begin with the foundation of society, our children. According to Child Neglect Oral Health, early dental care reduces the risk of oral diseases, especially dental caries. It also familiarizes children with the environment to acquire healthier habits and consequently good living. Without the intervention of early dental care, it resulted in about 60 to 90% of adolescents having dental cavities. They in turn become a part of the 100%, you guys, of adults that have at least one cavity in their lifetime. Some people live by the notion what we don't know won't hurt us. In fact, Medline Plus 2020 says the lack of the preventative care is another leading cause to tooth decay. There's no coincidence that lower income families have an increased risk to dental caries because of the broken communication of information, which affects what foods are needed to sustain healthy living, and the resources to promote healthy oral health care. Now that the importance and prevalence of tooth decay are understood, we go into the contributors. Something so small can become such a big problem. Tooth decay causes pain, which can disrupt your daily life. According to PubMed, it is also the number one reason for hospitalizations of adolescents in the United States. Cavities are so extensive because of the excessive sugar and acidic food intake. Tooth decay or cavities is caused by the decomposition of enamel from the entrapment of bacteria by the remnants of acidic and sugary foods. Sugar specifically is the most important drivers of caries development. The World Health Organization states free sugars are added by manufacturers and consumers to foods, making them unhealthy. The findings of the contributors of sugars to tooth decay haven't gone unnoticed. The World Health Organization has done some studies to facilitate recommendations to decrease and actually restrict the consumption of these free sugars. To implement this initiative, countries have begun to tax sugar-sweetened beverages, or SSBs. According to the academic journal Advances in Nutrition, with the price increase from tax, it alerts the customer in a way of educating them of the unhealthiness of these foods. Now that we made clear the prevalence of tooth decay and what contributes to the tooth decay, let's go into how to actually prevent this tooth decay. Having a comprehensive oral hygiene regimen is the first step to preventing. You want to floss 2 times a day, usually after a meal, to get any food that is entrapped inside your gums or teeth. You then want to brush towards the gum to dislodge any debris that might be entrapped between your teeth and your gum area. You want to brush for 30 seconds 30 seconds in each quadrant. 1, 2, 3, 4. You usually brush your teeth for the amount of time it would take you to sing the happy birthday song twice. After you brush your teeth, you then will want to rinse out with an antiseptic. This helps kills bacteria and prevent plaque from forming on your teeth. From my favorite toothpaste company, Crest, they advise you to visit the dentist at least 2 times a year. During those times, you can be provided with fluoride, which can be a barrier to prevent the damage of enamel. Then you can also get information on how to prevent other oral health care situations and just sustain a healthy living. We've gone over tooth decay and how prevalent it is and who it affects. We've gone over the causes of tooth decay because of the decomposition of enamel, because of the entrapment of those free sugars. And we've gone over some ways to help prevent this issue. Now we know how prevalent tooth decay is and how detrimental it's become to society. Let's take something that's preventable and just do that, prevent it. Thank you for your time, and I hope that we will all do our part in changing the cycle of this decaying society.